Welcome back to another trucking market update. Is the trucking market cooling down or is it still hot? Let's get into it now so you know where to send your trucks to the best areas to make the most money possible. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the end. We're going to go over the fuel costs, we're going to go over the national average rate per mile, then we're going to get into the dry van and the flatbed markets, and today we're going to check out Rate View as well to see which markets are paying so you make the most money. The dry vans are still holding on. National average rate per mile is at $3. It did drop 2 cents since the last time we checked. I still think that's a good average. If you're staying in good markets, you should be definitely doing 340, 350 right now. I still think it's really good. Let me know what you think in the comments. The flatbeds fall off a couple pennies as well, but still at $3.70 national average. I think that's really good. As long as you're keeping your flatbeds in good areas, the same as the dries, you are going to be making $4 plus average per mile. Personally, I did have a little bit slower week with the flatbeds. I think it was just a bad luck week because the drivers were late, other circumstances that led to me not being able to get my full potential out of the week. But next week, I plan on coming back strong and making a crap load of money with the flats. I know we don't talk about the reefers whatsoever besides the national average rate per mile. Right now, it looks like the reefers are at $3.38 national average per mile. Wish I could tell you more. Not my area of expertise, but that is the national average. So sorry, I can't give you more info. Before we get started, if you don't have the DAT load board, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go to my description or go to bobbylowe's.com, get my link, get 10% off for the first 12 months. And as always, if you do have DAT already, I do not get anything for it, but make sure you have the upgraded package so you can at least see the market conditions. One load in the week or two is going to pay off itself a couple times over if you go to a good market, get a good paying load, and get hundreds of dollars more than you would regular if you send your truck to a crappy market. And the diesel prices finally coming down. They're down 4.54%. National average $4.83 per gallon. Is it still high? No shit, it's still high, but at least it's going down. That's a significant dip. I think it's going to continue going down. The brokers are going to try to pay less money because the fuel is going down, but as long as the capacity is still tight, hold your rates firm because there's no capacity. They can't move their freight. They still got to pay their rates. So if fuel keeps going down, the rates stay kind of the same. This is when the profits are going to start rolling in for everybody as long as you stay in those hot markets. Here's a bird's eye view of the dry van market conditions map. It's looking pretty good. A lot of red areas. That's good. Make sure you keep these dry vans in good areas to make the most money possible right now. It's still at $3 national average. You should be doing 340, 350. It's very important to stay in these good areas because if the fuel keeps going down, the rates stay same like I just mentioned. This is where you're going to start making the money. This is why it's the most important right now to stay in these hot areas. Let's take a look at the Midwest, see what markets are hot. Wisconsin looks like it's picking up finally. Man, Wisconsin used to be like a hot zone. I don't know what's been happening lately, but it looks like it's making a comeback. Decent amount of loads with over 2,500, 203 trucks. Again, these numbers are not 100% accurate, but still, if there's a big gap between the trucks and loads posted, you know you're going to be in a better position. Milwaukee, same thing. Looks like Milwaukee's getting a little bit hotter. Over 2,400 loads, 288 trucks. It looks like Chicago is absolutely smoking. Almost 6,000 loads, about 1,000 trucks. Again, not everybody posts. Numbers might be a little skewed. The brokers might be posting duplicates. We'll search Chicago, but it looks like it's super hot, north and south. South and north, pretty similar numbers. Indianapolis, absolutely smoking. Over 5,000 loads, under 500 trucks. Columbus, Ohio, over 4,000 loads, 484 on the trucks. We'll search that as well. And Cleveland looking pretty decent with over 3,500 loads, 447 on the truck. And Pittsburgh, which I consider the Midwest, I don't give a shit what you think. To me, that's the Midwest, looking pretty good too. Over 2,400 loads, 183 trucks. Let's take a Louisville here. 2,289 loads, 174 trucks. Lexington, Kentucky, looking pretty decent. Over 2,000 loads, 200 trucks. St. Louis area, 2,400 loads plus, 285 on the trucks. I think the Midwest is still smoking. We'll do a couple quick searches, check out the Midwest, then we'll move down to the South, and we know the South is absolutely cooking. Quick load search, Chicago, 100-mile radius from today, which is Saturday, to Monday. We'll see these 3 days, and off the bat, I can tell you right now, smoking hot, man. KCH Transportation, Belvedere, Illinois, Polka, West Virginia. I like West Virginia. Personally, I had good luck out of there when I was doing the dry vans. $687 a mile, $3,800. One pick, 3 drops. Curtis, Ohio, Midlothian, Virginia, and then West Virginia. I would have to run the miles, but still, that seems pretty good. Even if I think with those miles it's gonna be over $5, I wouldn't take it. I would keep moving on. Look at that, 654 mile to Jersey. That one is BS. This is where I have to read the notes. Stop in Waverly, Tennessee. That's not even on the way, bro. But okay, let's keep going. Naperville to Greensboro, 5 stops. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of multiple stops load. Chicago to Louisville, 575 a mile, $1,700. No additional picks, no additional drops. We don't want to go to Minnesota, Maryland. Why not? Then take a cheaper load, go down south after that. No extra picks, no extra drops. 520 a mile, $3,600. I mean, I could go on and on. There's a lot of hot freight out of Chicago right now. So if you got a dry van in Chicago, take advantage of it. The market is hot. As you can see, a lot of good paying loads. Make sure to go to at least a decently good area like Maryland that we just said, for example. Why not? You go over there for $5 a mile. You take a load down south for $250 a mile, and you're still RPM is absolutely nuts, right? So you got to make sure strategize, game plan, make sure you're getting the most money possible for your trucks. We mentioned Wisconsin was looking good. Let's check it out. Sheboygan, Wisconsin, not bad whatsoever. We don't want to go to Minneapolis, too short of a run, but $2,200, $8 a mile, no extra picks, no extra drops. That's not bad, dude. For 274 miles. Let's go see what else they got. To Michigan, $454 a mile, $1,650, 364 miles, no extra picks, no extra drops. To Massachusetts, $425 a mile, pass on grass on that one, bro. I learned my lesson for going to Mass with the flats. Don't want to do it. Here, Pleasant Prairie to Johnson City, Tennessee. No extra picks, no extra drops, $419 a mile, 669 miles. If you can make it there on a legal ELD, your RPM is over $4 a mile, and you go into another hot area where you're probably going to get $5 a mile out of there if you find a good load. So I would say if you're going to be able to dry van in Wisconsin, I think it's going to be good. I don't think we should search any more dry van markets, because if we search Indy, we search Ohio, it's going to be way better than what Wisconsin is, but it's probably just as good as Chicago, if not a lot better. So let's move down to the southern region of the United States and see what it's looking like for the dry vans. Dry vans, southern part of the United States, absolutely fire. I mean, we'll probably search like one market. We'll see if Florida's still hot or not. But I mean, man, if you're going to go anywhere here, we're talking about Charlotte, smoking hot, Atlanta, volume monster, Houston. The volume did drop down in Houston, so we might search that one. We'll see if we got time. Memphis, you know you're going to go there. You know you're going to get a bag. Memphis is Memphis. Alabama, Huntsville, hot. Birmingham, hot. Montgomery, hot. And just because the volume of loads is not there, the capacity of trucks is a lot lower in those places, so that's why the rates are going to be a lot better. But, you know, the South's still looking super good. All the normal hot areas are still hot. Let's just search up Florida to see if at least northern Florida is still good, because if you get good-ass money going on there and you can get, you know, 253, 350 a mile coming out of there, then your RPM is going to be nuts and you're making that money right now. Holy truckamole, bro. What is going on here, dude? Live Oak, okay, Florida to Florida. Jacksonville to Far Texas, no comments, no extra picks, no extra drops. $643 a mile, $7,800. Is that even real life? Nolan Transportation? Jesus Christ. Alachua, Florida to Richmond, Kentucky, 5 drops, pass on grass on that one. Brunswick, Georgia to Pageland, South Carolina, 285 miles, 526 a mile. Good ass money, I think, if you ask me, coming out of northern Florida. Glendale, New York, 520 a mile, no extra picks, no extra drops, Nolan Transportation, another one. That is $5,000, man. 961 on the miles. I mean, you doing an RPM like that to go into New York, you take another cheap load coming back down south, dude, and you're in the money right now. I mean, there's a lot. Humboldt, Tennessee, no delivers Sunday, so that one will pick up today, but still $471 a mile, $3,400, $722 on the miles. Absolutely great load going to a great area. Damn, dude, I don't know what's going on with Florida. I think I left the dry vans at the wrong time, man. The dry vans were doing pretty good when I was doing them still, but right after I left, they seemed like they just took off, dude. A lot of these places are paying a lot more money than they are for flatbeds, which is absolutely crazy. But at least now you know, if you go to northern Florida, you are going to be in a good place to get a good rate. So if you get good-ass money going down there, you're going to get good-ass money coming out and just profit all the way around. Oh my goodness, look at this bird's eye view of this flatbed market conditions. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, the whole country looks red. I'm sure a lot of these areas are false red positives, but I don't know, man. It's looking pretty damn good. Let's get into it, man. We'll start with the Midwest again. We'll get to the South, and we'll go from there, see what's going on. All right, let's start off with Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't look too good. Northern Wisconsin, like Sheboygan, Green Bay area, 880 lows, 29 trucks. I wouldn't trust that one. Northern Chicago looks pretty damn good. Southern Chicago looks very decent. Indianapolis, not that much. 1351 on the loads, 63 trucks. Again, the capacity of trucks is very low, so the volume of loads doesn't have to be too high to make some money. Columbus, Ohio, looking halfway decent. Cleveland looks pretty damn good, over 2,600 loads, 90 trucks. Pittsburgh, Midwest, boy, I don't care what you say. 2,100 loads, 51 trucks. Louisville market, over 1,000 loads, 30 trucks. Cincinnati, 1,100 loads plus, 42 trucks. St. Louis, 2,300 loads, 27 trucks. Kentucky looks halfway decent, not that much trucks whatsoever. So if you're going to be down there, you're going to get it. And West Virginia, even though the volume doesn't look crazy, every time I go to West Virginia with a flatbed, I end up getting good load out of there. So this will wrap it up for the Midwest. So let's go down south, and we all know what's going to be happening there. Just money bags everywhere down there. All right, here we go in the south, man. Absolutely crazy. Alabama, like, dude, Alabama's nuts. We made a list. I made a video on it on the shorts for all the other social media platforms. We did not have, like, we got a lot of flatbeds, over 100 of them where I'm at right now. And Alabama did not make the list, but I'm telling you right now, Alabama's super hot. I'll tell you the list where the hottest areas were, where we got the most paying load, the best and most paying loads out of there. But dude, you got a flatbed anywhere in Alabama from south to north, you are going to get a bag right now. Atlanta still pushing out volume. Charlotte, super good. I just had a guy in Charlotte. I ended up taking like $360 a mile for him because I didn't want to send him to like a crappy area. So I sent him to Texas, Dallas. So I took a little bit less money because I could have squeezed out $6 easy going to the East Coast. But I just didn't want to end up on Monday on the East Coast. I'd rather set him up again next week and start the week really good in a great area and then go from there. I'm going to have to re-strategize a little bit because I'm tired of sending these guys up to the East Coast and then taking super cheap money going down. Especially if you go too far north. Like if you go to Jersey, Philly, stuff like that, you're still going to be good. But you start going to like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, shit like that, it's not going to work out good for you. Mississippi, absolute craziness over there with the flatbeds. Memphis, bags, bro, bags on bags on bags. Louisiana, I had a guy in Shreveport to start. He got off on Thursday, got him the first load. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was stupid money. And then I got him more stupid money coming from the next area going to Indiana. So his like RPM for the 2 days of work and the weekend is gonna be like over $6 a mile, which is absolutely crazy. Dallas, Texas too, man. But what I noticed about Dallas and Houston and everywhere in Texas, if you have a Conestoga, it's going to be a rough time, man. So if you got a Conestoga, I'd really like think twice about going down to Texas. For some reason, a lot of pipes over there, and for some reason, they don't want to load them on a Conestoga, even though most of them they probably could. But you are going to be struggling. Not sure if you guys see my video about the Conestoga. I had to make so many calls, do so much stuff to finally find a load for this guy, and he was running late. So I had to find like a little bit later shipper, which was not easy to do because with the flatbeds, a lot of places, they got the good loads closed at 3 o'clock for some reason. These flatbed people are lazy. And then if you notice too with the brokers, even if they have a load, there's a lot of flexibility with the flatbeds. So like they have like a couple days to pick it up, a couple days to deliver it. So a lot of times they're not urgent because they have time. That's another thing that I don't like. But even with that, there's so many loads out there, you are going to find the person that has the urgency that is going to pay you the money. So anywhere in Texas, anywhere in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, even like southern Georgia, central Georgia, you are going to get money. South Carolina, North Carolina, the closer, the farther east you are in that state, the better it's going to be for you. But right now, if you're with the flatbed, you're absolutely killing it. Try to stay down south as much as possible, please. This is an area that keeps popping up on our hottest loads that we booked for the week. Jonesboro, Arkansas area for the flats, absolutely crazy. If we just take a look at what's going on, I mean, $3,200 on 395 miles, $810 a mile to Lone Star, Texas. No notes, so there's no extra picks, no extra drops. Arkansas to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, 640 miles, $4,600, over $7 a mile. Memphis, Tennessee, because it's right by Jonesboro. I mean, technically, you could maybe call them the same markets, but for some reason, we've been having more money like towards the Arkansas area, even headed a little bit more west of Jonesboro. But still, even with Memphis right here to Beckley, West Virginia, 639 miles, $4,500, $740 a mile, no comments. So that means no extra picks, no extra drops. Like, it's absolute madness what is happening down there. If you had a fucking flatbed down there, you are going to make a bag out of there for sure, dude. I mean, we could keep going, but there's so many loads over $5 to $7 to $8 a mile that it's absolutely crazy. Like, even if you take this Blytheville, Arkansas, Blytheville's super hot area. They pay a lot of money. $594 a mile, $303 a mile. So who gives a shit? $1,800, right? 300 miles, you're going to deliver next day. You're going to be in another hot area in Birmingham, Alabama. Absolute craziness. And this is the way you should do it, because if you could average $1,800, $2,000 every single day with your flatbed, so by the time you get to Friday, you're going to be between $9,000 to $10,000, and then you take a gross pad load for the weekend, and then your average is going to be absolutely crazy, man. So I know a lot of times, you know, shiny object syndrome, where you see a really good rate going to a crappy area, you take it and messes up the rest of the week. I've fell victim to my own stupidity with this a bunch of times as well, but just don't do it. Stay in hot areas. You are going to make the money. You're going to drive less miles, less wear and tear, less fuel, more profit. We could continue searching loads in the south, but it doesn't matter. Any of those markets we named are in the south. If you got a flatbed, there's going to be money. So I keep on stressing this to you guys. I'm not going to sit here like for 20 minutes searching loads and showing you what kind of crazy rates are out there. They're out there. So if you got a flatbed, stay in the south as much as possible. Bounce back to the Midwest, maybe like Pittsburgh, even like southern New Jersey if they pay stupid money, and then come right back south for cheap money. But overall, please try to stay in the south with your flatbeds if you really want to get the bag. Capacity is super tight. The volume of loads is super high. That's where the money's at right now with the flatbed, so make sure you're staying in that area. Don't forget, go to BobbyLoads.com, sign up for my newsletter. I send out notifications whenever my video goes out so you don't miss a hot market update to make sure you get paid for your trucks and stay in the best areas. Again, thank you, DAT. If you do not have DAT, go to my description, go to BobbyLoads.com, use my link, 10% off the first 12 months. And again, for the 100 million time, if you already have it, I do not get paid anything for it. Upgrade to the package where you have the hot market conditions, because one good load, when you go to one good market, is going to pay for itself so many times over than what you're going to waste on that $100 extra a month to get that package. Even if you got one truck, that package is so worth it. So thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next week.